me start from a very broad sociological understanding that in a lot of our cities, we have people who lost jobs and the jobs aren't coming back and they're good at things that aren't important anymore. Or we have people who are coming out of the criminal justice system and nobody will give them a chance anymore. So the notion of going to college, getting a degree, and starting over, and that's all you need to do, that doesn't work for everybody because for one reason or another, some people are not going to hire you. And when those reasons occur, you have to be prepared to hire yourself. I think that entrepreneurial pursuits are very important for certain communities, for many communities. Certain communities sound like buzzwords for inner cities, but middle America is going through the same thing too. It's not a color thing. It's a loss of opportunity. If we can figure out what we have or can do or provide either in sales or service that is valuable to other people and and withstand the struggles of starting a business no matter how small, you can grow that business to the level that you can get back in the game again rather than to sit around waiting on somebody to call you back on the phone who's not going to call you. Entrepreneurship is the answer, in my view, to some of the struggles that I'm seeing in many communities across color lines that's killing our abilities to offer our kids a future and a dream. That's important. One of the biggest obstacles to strong entrepreneurship is access to capital. So you have to start the old-fashioned way and start out at the trunk of your car or your garage. You might not get the business or the building. You have to grow it out. And growing out the business means you can't eat up the profits while you're growing out the business. So that means that when you start, you almost have to live hungry, work hungry for a while to get it to grow because you need to put the money back in the business to get it to the level that you're trying to get it to go. Investing in the business I love because I'm invested in me and I control the outcome. I control what time I get out of bed in the morning. I control how hard I work. And I will bet on me because I will work with the best of them. I have a work ethic from my father that is second to none. And so to everybody who's entrepreneurial, you don't become entrepreneurial because you're lazy and you don't want to work. You're going to work twice as hard to get your business going as you would if you work for somebody else, because you work for them and say, see, but when it's yours, there are no hours to greatness. You might get a creative idea at 2 o'clock in the morning. And entrepreneurship is important. Investing back into the business is important. Finding somebody who's going in your direction and developing partnerships reduces overhead. To make it simple, let me use a simple illustration. You do full body massages, I do nails, he does hair. We've all got our own business. All of us paying rent. Wow. If we all went into one facility and we shared the costs, we'd bring the overhead down, which brought the profits up. Those types of partnerships, whether you're talking about siding and windows and bricklayers, I don't care what it is, we're better together than we are apart. If you take creative designs and engineers and put them together, they're better together than they are apart. If you take a dentist and a oral hygienist and they share admins and facilities and rents and insurance, you drive down overhead when you open up vision. And many times people won't open up their vision because they're so afraid that this valuable dream, which incidentally is so small you can't hardly eat off it, that somebody's going to take it from you. And you're holding it so close to you that the poor kid can't breathe. If your business or your dream were a kid, you would have to loosen your grip or you would kill it. And so is true of your business. And if you feed it, it'll grow up and feed you back. But you got to be willing to wait a while.